My name is Devin, and I am a Latino trans man living my truth. I'm proud of my gender identity, and I'm grateful for all the amazing and supportive people I've met and been able to work with because of my visibility. I choose to be visible for various reasons, one of the main reasons being that I want other trans folks, especially trans youth who are struggling with their gender identity, to know that they're not alone and can be their true selves, even though our current political climate is trying to take away our basic human rights and protections. I want America to see that we're all just human beings and deserve to be treated with the same kindness and respect as our fellow straight cis humans.
Hi, I'm Sheena. I moved to America from the other side of the world decades ago. I received so much opportunity and love. But at the same time, I have seen many people who did not have the same experience and were treated poorly instead. I feel lost in between these worlds. As a resident of America, I want to continue spreading happiness, kindness, and compassion in my daily life.
I am the daughter of Filipino immigrants. My father immigrated in 1928 and waited 22 years for a Filipina, my mom, to arrive in America to marry. Having experienced blatant and nuanced racism, my parents chose not to teach us Tagalog, though we learned to celebrate our history and culture through dance, food, music, and history. As the first non-white family moving into an inner city, blue-collar, working-class neighborhood in Chicago, life was difficult. I am a healer, end-of-life advocate, and a lesbian of color married to a Jewish woman. And together we navigate contrasting world experiences, sharing different cultures, religions, and skin color. Today, America's fractured sides have been given a prominent platform where racism, xenophobia, misogyny, and homophobia have been legitimized. I question, is the U.S. still the best place for me? For us?
When we think about people in photographs together, happiness comes to mind. In both of our cases, we used to think we could never attain that same level of happiness. Despite the legalization of same-sex marriage, we still share the lingering fear of who can we really trust when we meet new people.
The thought of having to constantly bear a temporary closet as a married couple or introducing each other as friend just to avoid inciting hatred in the wrong person is enough to bring us back to thinking that the happiness we thought we finally had is still beyond our reach.
Living in America as a Black American Muslim woman has been a bittersweet experience for me. I've often faced racism and prejudice, whether it was unconscious or conscious. Given the negative stereotypes that comes with being a Black woman and a Muslim, I often find myself trying to prove to society that I am more than what the media portrays. Although the battle is tiring at times, I refuse to give up the fight.
When I left my country for the United States 6 years ago for my education, I thought I would be leaving behind the rampant killing of others solely based upon the difference of ethnicity. Unfortunately, the nightmare I experienced back home has become powerfully pervasive here in the United States. I'm looking forward to a future where humans are just seen as humans and not diminished or exalted by the skin color, religion, gender, or the race they are born into or choose to practice.
My name is Chantel, and I love being Black. I love everything about being Black. The music, our hair, our culture, just to name a few. However, it seems like lately America doesn't seem to love Black people as much. When we try to say our Black lives matter, they tell us all lives matter, which is hurtful because, of course, all lives matter, but Black lives are the ones being lost every day at the hands of police brutality. I want America to see that Black lives are important, and to change it to all lives matter is silencing our voice.
For me, the project spoke to what it meant to be of mixed ethnicity in America. From the moment I arrived in this country at 5 years old, I was teased relentlessly for not knowing English and having a foreign name. Growing up, I was always connected to being Nicaraguan, being Japanese, being Black, connected to these cultures equally, but often I was put in a box. I couldn't be all of these. I had to choose, or the choice would be made for me. Most of the time, I was just a Spanish kid or a Black kid. I suppose my physical traits weren't overwhelmingly Asian. I've grown up dealing with racial stereotyping and racial slurs. I've grown up living the Black experience while simultaneously living the brown experience, all while feeling equally Asian. I feel that society has tried to make me choose a side, a culture, and even if I were to do so, I would never be accepted because I wasn't Hispanic enough or Black enough or Asian enough. What I have learned, though, is I am enough. I am enough of everything. I am to be accepted, my people love me, and as much as society wants me to choose, I will never. I will continue to represent every part of me, and I will continue to break out of every box I am put in until they see me for who I am.
I am 93 years old. My body is falling apart, but my mind is strong. I am the last of my personal generation to be alive. My husband and brother both served in World War II. My husband helped to liberate a concentration camp. We believed war would be over at that time, and the sacrifices we made would allow for a better future world. Where is this better world now? This is Donna Basson speaking for my mother Estelle, who passed in April 2022.
My name is Ronnie A. Powell. My Jamaican parents gave me those initials as a symbol of you reap what you sow. I feel that I express myself and my emotions through my art. Reflecting on the current events and ongoing tensions in our world today, I believe we need to put aside our ego and admit that something is wrong. It may be an issue so simplistic to the core, yet we need to address it together. My self-portrait oil painting entitled Torn reflects on the theme and emotions I feel: resistance.
We can't control what happens to us, but we can control how we choose to meet it. I was diagnosed with scleroderma more than 25 years ago and given 5 years to live. Instead of letting that diagnosis rule me, I chose to focus on the present moment. There are times I did not think I would see tomorrow, but over all my years of illness, I've learned that you can't let a possible future steal your life, your present moment. Don't let the darkness paralyze you. Put one foot in front of the other, and you will find the light. You can do it.
Identity is a funny thing. When you think of it in the present, it seems so concrete. We know who we are. But then life happens, and who we are and what we want can completely change. In a short period of just a couple of years, our lives can be blown to pieces and then put back together countless times. We experience grief and loss and are forced to acknowledge how temporary things are, even ourselves. Who I am now is not who I will be in a year. Maybe I'll even be different tomorrow. But rather than fear for what the future will bring, I hope to find peace or maybe even excitement in continually getting to know the new person I am becoming.
I am holding in my skirt a bounty of dolls, representing children deprived of childhood and adults deprived of hope, all gathered in my skirt seeking safety. I want to protect them from a world that preys on their vulnerability, but they are content to be the cushion between me and the threat to humanity I feel from this precarious time in which we now live.
I was born in Japan and now live in America. One of the things that attracted me to America was the diversity of people and cultures. I think it's a big part of what makes this country great. My hope is for this diversity to continue to inspire us and those around the world, and show that we are stronger when we are united.
I'm a soft-spoken woman, mother of 3, educator, and self-identified lesbian, an Afro-Cuban, Polish Jew, Filipino, in America. As a visual artist, I choose to explore and connect the intertwining relationships between social justice, equality, human and women rights, police brutality, femininity, modern-day slavery, and culture. I use my art as a conduit for the bold, fearless, thought-provoking, unapologetic issues. My current body of work is similar to the powerful project. It draws attention to others' purposes, journeys, and experiences in America. The image conveys a timeless truth. As a woman of color, I feed the nation.